Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 3. We're over halfway there. Now, as we go tonight, I'm going to discuss some stuff about some changes for the grading and some other things. So let's get started here. The announcements. Remember, we're using Adobe Animate 2018 for this class. If you're not updated, please review the announcement about upgrading. Week 2 grades have been posted. Please review the feedback. Make any suggested changes and resubmit. This will give you both practice as well as a chance at a higher grade. Now, the other thing about it, I did go back through week 2 and week 1. If you completed the quiz, you got credit for anything that was discussed about the differences and between 2014 to 2015, things about the web GL that I didn't cover because a lot of that, some of that stuff is now outdated. So I went through, gave credit if you had tried the quiz, okay? Those of you who have not tried the quiz, please take it, email me, and I will go back and review it the same way. That goes for week 1 as well as week 2. All right. Please review my feedback in the rubric for each grade. It's information to help you out. By re-accomplishing it, it gives you more practice. By resubmitting it, your grades go up. And I'm stressing this. Read the information in the remarks section as well. Discussion post. The initial post of at least 250 words. Make sure your posts are less than 20% copied. Make sure that you have at least 2 references. Make sure that your references are, well, that's no longer. So this one is gone. And replies to posts do not count as an initial post, and they need to be at least 50 words long. All right, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and move forward. All right, last week we were discussing how to make the bread turn. Now, there's a couple things out there that we can use for this. Now, let's go ahead to the code snippets here. The motion presets, all right? We're going to look at what motion presets are tonight. For example, let's go File, New. HTML5 canvas. Let's go to a dark blue. Width, 1200, 600. And go. All right, so there we have it. We're now set up. So what I'm going to start with is a ball. And we're going to take a yellow ball with no border. That sticks out rather well on this color. All right, so I'm going to take this up to here, and there still ended up being a border on it, so I'll just click it and get rid of it. Piece of cake. So now there's no border. Boom, there we go. Border gone. All right, now to do a preset, we're going to look at these first. The bounce in 3D comes closer. The bounce out goes further away, so it gets smaller. Bounce smush. Fly in blur from the bottom, from the left, the right, and the top. Fly in bottom. That's without the blur. Left, right, top, fly out, fly pause, fly out. A large bounce. Medium bounce. Multiple bounces. a pulse. And these things are code that's given to us to help us out, right? To save shortcuts. Now, I'm going over this for a reason. All right, now, we're going to take this and apply it. It has to select an object on stage. Select. Now we do it again. Now watch. Cannot be tweened. Must convert this to a movie clip in order to tween. So it gives you that option. All right, so we're building this slowly. Now I'm showing you some of the things you'll have to do to get there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead, create a symbol. It needs to be a movie clip. And we're going to call it ball. All right, now I select it and I can apply that code. Now let's go back to the timeline and look what it did. Doesn't look like it did anything, but we run it. It's not doing anything. Why not? Well, let's take a look at that tween. Let's go back to that tween. Let's go inside. It did nothing. So some of these codes are not working right now, these motion presets, all right? Now, what do we do to make it work? We're going to go over that tonight as well. So next, let's talk about this week first, all right? All right, so define and execute a good composition for UX and UI. Create a high-level functionality with scripting to engage the end user. Develop a script library for this and future animated projects. The discussion. Many designers don't have the time or even the ability to write JavaScript code from scratch. Even developers that do know how to create functionality with JavaScript from scratch build a snippet library to refer back to for future projects. In this discussion, you'll research sites that provide snippets that you can use in your infographic as well as future projects. For this discussion, you'll research sources for JavaScript code snippet tutorials that are not already in Animate, formerly Flash. As you know, this is part of the problem. Interface like Go To and Play. Okay, so 2 tutorials on creating animations using HTML5 Canvas and JavaScript. You're going to find 2. List the title of the tutorial. Put a link to the source of your snippet. And so this doesn't have to be any particular order. Like normally you have to put the links below. This one, the link has to be with the information. So rather than put it in twice, put a link to the source. Describe what the code does and how it could be utilized in your project and future projects. Do not just link to a page that lists a bunch of snippets. If you do, that's not the point. You need to actually start finding some of these snippets so you can use them. If there are more than one tutorial on the page, make sure you title it with the same name as on the website. Bookmark the tutorials that interest you for future reference. We're gathering useful tutorials that will help you expand your expertise animating in HTML5 Canvas. This is a collaborative effort to help you gather a good library for future reference. In other words, as you're going through your peers' stuff, make sure that you're able to use that, okay? Look at it. Keep some of it, okay? Matrix rain animation using HTML5 Canvas and JavaScript. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. Play it. Well, let's view the code. It's not working. See, so this is one that's outdated. So let's go to, let's take a look at, there we go, thecodeplayer.com. All right, so this is how you can go backwards some, okay? Learn HTML5, okay, so this will tell you, let's see, simple HTML and CSS, that's not what we're doing. Creating a simple web page, this is all web pages. None of this is talking about JavaScript, is it? Well, that's something you're going to have to research because animate text hover effect. So let's go back up here. Email, contact, search. All right, so HTML5 canvas. And there's the one that we wanted. Now it's just waiting. We'll give it a little longer now. Okay, so let's go back here again. See what it comes up with. Their site doesn't seem to be working. Okay, so as you can see, there's an example there though, all right? So some of the ways we could find stuff, well, HTML5 canvas, JavaScript code. All right, well, look here. Some of the stuff right here in W3 Schools has it. See, the HTML canvas element is used to draw graphics on a web page. So you can go down here, it tells you where it works and everything, all right? But this is actual HTML code, all right? So you're using Canvas already here. So try it yourself. Let's see, so, and then you could change this to 1,000 and run. See, now it's 1,000 tall. 100 and canvas ID, width, height, border. Let's do border of 8. Say, so this is how you start playing with the canvas, the HTML5. But we want JavaScript, right? This tells you how to draw a line. Circles, which we went over some of this before, all right? And you could do this already in there. Let's pull this up. So, animate. So as we were discussing in week 1, so timeline, we're going to go back to here, delete. All right. So we're going to put a circle in there. All right. Well, let's go to code snippets, HTML5 canvas, and components. Well, not components. Which one was it? Animation. Rotate. This tells us how to animate them. Rotate it. Rotate once. So, all right. Well, move horizontally, rotate. Now, rotate, it actually goes in a circle. It doesn't flip your page. So that's something I want you to be thinking about as we go, okay? Fade in a movie clip. Fade out a movie clip. Event handlers. on the mouse clicks, camera, get the camera object, set camera motion, and so on. Timeline navigation, actions. And as you're seeing, these are this here is just a few of the things you can do. All right. So HTML5 canvas, for example, actions, script. As we do this, remember we have to do this, stop, but look, we have all these. Start position number. That's the start position. Okay. Well, a start position, well, what is that? So what we're going to do, we're going to copy that. And this is how you could start to learn your code. So we're going to go out here. Start position. Java. How to get start position. Like I said, this is some of the ways to start finding other codes. And look, right here is the code. Now, this code is JavaScript though. So this will not be able to go straight into animate. So what we need to do is start position Java for animate CC 2018. Animate 2018 crashes on startup screen, frame by frame animation. How to use ActionScript with Animate CC. Well, we're not using ActionScript. So as you're seeing, some of this is hard, but you actually have to go through some of this, okay? QSort, there's the Java. Okay, so hey guys, please help me. I need QSort Java API. So this is one way to find it, okay? QSort Java helps you write Java code. All right, so that's not another one. But like I said, this is where you actually have to keep at it. Don't just give up. Let's see. Canvas, JavaScript code, JavaScript, and let's put snippets. $25 snippets. Okay. Well, let's take a look. See how that light comes down? Sparkle trail. Okay. A light bulb. When you mouse over it, it lights up. Shapes. Icons. You can even animate your icons. Now, we could do this with a shape tween, but we could also do it with code. All right? Custom SVG files. So this basically has taken it, created it, and put it into an SVG file. And that's basically using a animated icon is the CSS masking. Let's see, elastic material design sidebar. Just pull it to where you want it. And if you don't pull it right, far enough, it's not going all the way out. And then we have stuff like a vector map point. Responsive graph. That one's not running. SVG with CSS animations. Just a cute one. Nice little plane flying in and out of the clouds. Glossy shine effect. But you're saying a lot of this is the CSS and SVG once it's been converted over. Click on the icon. Typography experiment. Navigation. Moving the mask. Depth of field effect. That one's hard to see here. Dancing robot. And he's gone. The robot parts are gone. Social sharing bar. That would be a cool one. It's an HTML. There's the HTML code, the CSS, and the JavaScript. Animated map directions. LCD clock. Night screen. SVG letter sprite. Don't see it do much. Shooting pluses. A demo animation. Weather icons. So as you're seeing, there are some out there, okay? It's just a matter of trying to find those code snippets. All right, HTML5, so animate JavaScript snippets. Let's do it a little more clear. Adobe Animate CC 2018 JavaScript snippets. Oh, look. Add interactivity with code snippets. This shows you a bunch, but before you begin, add a code snippet to your object or time frame. So those are all code snippets. That's what that is, okay? So when you're making your own snippets, for example, yeah, we'll get into that. And this talks about how to begin, where to get some. See, Adobe Animate Code Snippets. And you can see right here, this right here is the code snippet code that you're going for. All right. So you can find it. JavaScript and Animate CC. Let's see. Talks a little about it. Oh, JavaScript, a suite of JavaScript libraries and tools designed for working in HTML5. And this talks about them not using it, but we're using Animate, so that's not a good one. But as you're seeing, there's a lot of options out there using Animate CC HTML5 canvas components. CC code snippets. Adobe Flash basic actions with code snippets. Go into it.
Design laid out.
It's only a 7-minute one, but it talks about what he does, okay? How to use Adobe Animate CC code snippets. Using code snippets. Code snippets for components. Oh, look. Unlock this course. It's an actual course. Animate CC 27 new features. So there's other options where you could find some more of it for writing your own. All right. A glossary. Let's take a look. Let's see, my FT tracker. And here are custom tracking. Track rich clicks. Tweet. So you can make it tweet. Available videos. So this will look up videos that you have available to bring in. Ads link. So again, here is a lot of different ones, sorry. Video feed loaded, FT ad visible, gesture event, orientation change. You could change the orientation of what they're looking at to a different angle or a different size. Subload. Let's see. Static methods for doing things. So this is one great one here. Let's see, and that's just FT element. Elements. Carousel. Talk. See, so as you're seeing this, there's all sorts of them right here. Code snippets. Code snippet enhancements. And this talks about what's new and improved. There's a lot of things here. TLF text. Build a seismic compatible Adobe Animate CC standard. And this goes through, and if you look here, the coding, okay, and this walks you through it. So there are a lot of tutorials out of there. Click-through feature, custom interactions, tracking statistic that you can define when you create an ad. The platform reads the files in an ads workspace and discovers the custom interactions you have used in calls to functions, for example. And you've got all sorts of options here. Scope, symbols, instances. Script. That's all this is, okay? Go to global script. Well, let's take a look here. Let's bring up animate. And actions, global. See, include global script. Well, the script is just that position. So let's take that one out. All right, script. Well, notice nothing happens when you click. You have to actually start. What this does is it ties to the library. Okay. Add using wizard. Format the code. So let's find raw. Well, there's nothing there to find, is there? Because we haven't written it. Now the code snippets, we come over here, have all those options, or we write our own. All right, these are all the pre-written ones. Custom, you write your own. For example, let's say that I'm going to take this ball. I'm going to put it right here. All right, so let's go back to here. All right, now, right here, that ball is going to move over to here. Well, this is all a tween, right? Well, what about a slide? What if we make it slide? Well, motion presets. Let's see, I want to zoom in. There we go. And now we apply. Place it, current motion with a new selector. Yes. All right, so look, it just added it. So now we go back to the timeline. This is how long that timeline is. All right, so it starts here. Well, let's look at the actions. There's no actions to it. This is all done using the properties, right? So we start here, click, alpha's at 0. Click to here, nothing happens because we have to actually go to it here. Click on it, alpha's 100, as we've shown. This is how you do this, right? Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to code this. We're going to take that out. All right, so next, to code it, what we want to do move a ball with HTML5 canvas scripting. All right, so HTML5, moving a ball on a line or a slope, on a line slope with JavaScript. Bouncing a ball around with JavaScript. Okay. Well, this one, what that does is that gives us just an HTML demo, right? Well, let's click that and open it and see. But again, that's the HTML version. So we go backwards here. Move a ball, game development, move a ball. Basic canvas animating using JavaScript. Curve and circular movements, HTML5 canvas. Canvas moving ball and wall hit reflection. Well, there's all the code. Notice that that's all HTML coding. Okay? So again, it's HTML5 canvas, but it's still HTML coding. A JavaScript diagrams of libraries. All right. JavaScript video tutorials. Say we want this one. There we go. Add a port. And I can sit here and move this stuff. Add one left. See how it's adding a port? And this is the coding. Now, if I take that code, Command A, C. Now we're going to go put this, we're going to create a new animate, okay? File, new. Canvas, we'll just stick with this. Code, I want the action. Go to right here. I don't really need that one on. Command V. Now you'll notice this doesn't work. It stays blank. The reason, this is all this is all created in Go.js, okay? So this is a whole different type of thing. Now a data floor, let's see, let's go here, okay? This is the people are moving. Oh, look, I'm following the cat there. A cat there, a cat there. An org chart. Oh, wow, there's a good one. Now to add to an org chart, normally, the tree layout, look, here are all my codes. All right, so let's find a draw. Method details. So we're going to go Command F, draw. Well, there are none here for the drawing, right? Now we discussed this in week 1. And we're going to get into a little more of it tomorrow night. Okay, so let's say line. Let's see. Let's go up here. Layout, classics. Rect. Okay. This will create a rectangle. So if I do this, Command C, come over. Timeline, go to the actions. Okay, now I'm going to put 50, 50, 100, 100. All right, now if I run it, still nothing, it's blank, but it did not give me an error because it's recognizing that as code. So we've started here, we've started our code. This is the start of it, right? Well, rectangle. So this is what I need right there. Still blank. Well, I didn't give it any color or anything. See, property details. This talks about it. Position, right, size, top, width. Rectangle contains. Static function indicates where the rect contains the given point. Copy equal grow. So this is going to go from a smaller size to a larger one. So we come back here to the actions. This rectangle, semicolon. All right. Well, as we know, do the run, it's totally blank, right? But we go back, frame number in easel JavaScript. So look at that. This is what we need, right? So we're gonna easel JavaScript. So let's go back. So I'm giving you other options how to find this, all right? Easel JavaScript examples. Create JavaScript, a suite of JavaScript libraries and tools designed. Easel JavaScript. This is an actual library. So, Easel JavaScript is an actual program for creating the tweens and everything. This will do the same thing, okay? So, if you're going to be using Easel JavaScript, that's fine. Hello world. Let's take a look here. All right, so the Easel JavaScript hello world. And let's see. That one doesn't let me run it. Yeah, that one's not letting me run it. And this you have to have GitHub desktop to run. I don't have it. All right, so what we need to do, Easel JavaScript examples, Adobe Animate CC. Full drag and drop tutorial with Animate CC. Create JavaScript more code snippets. And this starts to talk how to do it, how to find it. All right, so this I'm showing you how to do your searches, some of the things to look up, okay? And you're seeing there's all sorts of different things there. So I'm just coming up with more and more and more. Oh, look, you sign into Linda, and there are some out there for Linda, okay? Let's see, what else is there? Create JavaScript with Adobe Animate. Oh, look, it's an actual game they created with it. That's not what this course is for, but you're seeing some of the other examples that we can go out to, okay? Using HTML5 Canvas in JavaScript Basics. All right, let's bring it up. And as you can see, JavaScript in Flash. This will convert it. This is a converter, okay? So it'll tell you the coding. Toolkit for Create JS extensions. So this is integrating it so they work together. Here's this, and then timeline manipulation, stop, stage height. See, you could actually alter the height of the stage and width. Dynamic text, buttons, interactive playback control. So this right here is the code snippet that it's talking about, all right? So I've shown you many routes to get there. All right, so that talks about the discussion. Let's go to the assignment. All right, the assignment. Take the documents created in week 2 and create a different states animation on the timeline. Add the interactivity so it is finished functioning self-promo piece for both your web version and mobile version. Check the course media page for additional tutorials, and you may have found some great tutorials in your own research for the discussion of this course. This will be covered in the live sessions as well. So try to join the live sessions or watch the recording. All right, and this will go over tomorrow night, all right? And the assessment is a quiz. So again, I'll be doing the same thing with the quiz this week. All right, now let's see. Animate. We are going to find something. So I'm going to go into some more research options here. All right. So I want to learn how to turn the page. Turn a page in Adobe Animate CC 2018. How to create buttons. How to use the action script. Convert Flash ads to HTML5. Animate tutorials. Learn how to use it. How to make an animation in Animate. Create the Canvas document in Animate. How to work with scenes. How to export files. Frame-by-frame animation. How do I create a flip book? And look, there's the answer right there. It is a plugin. Do I say use those? No, I'm not going to tell you to use them or not. These are options that are out there later, okay? And you can actually turn the pages. Wowbook. jQuery plugin allows you to create online publications like a book or magazine. Flipping page effects. Responsive flipbook. So depending on the item. That would do it all in one thing, wouldn't it? J-cover flip. So as you're seeing, there's other options here. Frame by frame, okay, use the stage and tools panel to animate. Work with classic text, how to use ActionScript. Export graphics, how to create, publish. Use frames and keyframes, Adobe Animate. So you're starting to see that you need to be very specific when you're working with Adobe Animate on what you're searching. All right, so now what I want to do is we're going to go on and continue from where we left off last week. All right, so I don't need this one anymore. No. All right, so now the jelly. We're right here. Now we need the jelly, the peanut butter, to flip over to the jelly, right? Well, let's take a look. The knife stays where it's at. Everything stays where it's at. Now, the one thing we need to do, well, let's start moving forward with the bread. We're going to take the left bread and 155. We're going to go right here, and we're going to basically right here Control. Now, if I insert a keyframe in that position, all it does is adds a frame because it's a tween. So what I want to do here, and I'm going to insert a frame. There we go. And move that to there. Come on. There we go. Right here, I'm going to cut. Remember that adds that division. And now I'm going to remove the frames so they're right next to each other. Okay, now I need the jelly to do the same thing, right? Nope, I need the peanut butter. All right, so we're going to insert a frame. Right here, we're going to make it a keyframe. Right here, we're going to cut. And then I'm going to delete. Now I have my two pieces of bread. Now I need to do the same with the jelly and the peanut butter, right? So we're going to insert frame. Whoops, wrong one. I actually need to do it with this peanut butter. So insert frame, keyframe. All right, and the same with the jelly. Insert keyframe. Now I have my jelly and my peanut butter, right? So now I need to take this and move it over, but the table. Okay, so we're going to take these out to here. Insert. And, you know, we're going to go ahead and do that all the way up. We're going to insert. There we go. All right, so next, what I want to do. And I'm missing some of my text here. Well, let's go back to my buttons. My smash together. Well, this I'm going to delete. All right. Now, same thing. Insert frame. Now it goes all the way out. Okay. So the next thing that I need to do is take this and flip it. Well, to do that, what I need to come down here and do is the left and right bread. See, this, the loaf, really can be blank all the way back to here. So all that, remove the frames because, well, there's nothing there. So we're going to remove frames. There we go. All right, now, since that one's finished, now we're going to take this right bread from here. All right. And then we're going to right click, remove the motion, and now we're going to create another motion. But what I want to do is flip it over, all right? So to do this, this is going to come up on its side. So right click, and, well, we can't make it a tween because it's locked. Now let's lock everything else. All right, there, now it's unlocked. So now what I need it to do is right here, right click, create a motion tween. and it's going to go over that. So to do that, this is going to flip up, right? Well, to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to take the bread come on. Whoops, I don't want the right bread. I want the left bread. I'm sorry. Yeah, we want the left bread. And we're going to remove the motion. Insert, create a motion again. All right, now here, this is going to go. Now, if I move it, it does that, right? So what we need to do is this one. And I'm going to do the Option key or the Alt key on the PC. Notice it goes to here. All right. Then right here, it's going to go right click, insert frame again. Notice I'm out of it, so insert frame. All right, now I need to bring everything else up again to there, and we're going to insert frames. All right, now there we go. All right, now at this point, I'm going to take that, move it over, click the Alt again. Now, what I needed to do though is go back to here, this width, okay, 129. So right here, I need 129. Perfect, right? Well, notice it's below it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one right here. Right click, duplicate layer. All right, now that one is now going to come up here, and everything from here back go up, here back is I want to clear those frames. Clear frames. All right, now, once I hit here, watch. It goes over, and it's under the jelly. Okay, well, let's move it up to here. Okay, so now we're going to, and it's a little small. All right, Z. So I want to come down here. So from here forward, because I duplicated that, I'm going to clear frames. All right, now that one's, there's nothing there. All right, so we're actually going to cut. Excuse me, not cut, I'm going to remove. There we go. All right, now that's where it's at. And it's not the same size. Oh. Okay. So we lock. And it is a little smaller. Okay, so let's select it. And this will be now top bread. All right, so now we've got that, but let's take a look here. Something's not right with the size. So all right, so let's take a look. That is width 91.3, 64.4. There we go. 91.3, 64.4. All right. And this will now disappear, the peanut butter. It's going to go up with that, though. All right. So for the peanut butter, now the peanut butter right here is gone. Right? Well, right here we have it. It's gone right here. So we're going to delete that. Move the frames. Whoops. All right, so now we're going to delete it. So Command Z. Okay, right click, and we are going to remove the frames. All right, so from here to there, we're going to, right here, insert frame. All right, now we right click, it can't be a tween, right? Whoops, go back. So we click on it. Notice the peanut butter. We need to undo, unlock it. And now we click on that. And we're going to create a motion tween. Okay, cancel. All right, it's right here. Right click, create a motion tween. Oh yeah, that's not a symbol. So we need to make that peanut butter, convert to symbol. This is the PB. Okay. All right. Now what we need to do is create a motion tween. And this is going to go sideways with the bread. Control. The option. Go right over. And then it disappears as the bread goes down. All right, now let's go back to here and see what exactly I did, because the left bread changes size. See, it actually changed size there, or it shouldn't. All right, there we go. Let's see if that helps. There we go. So now this is what we have. But now we need to take this, the button. We're going to lock everything else. Now the button, the smush, go to frame right here, 146, and play. All right, so code snippet, HTML5, timeline, go to frame and play, select an object. So let's select here, go to frame and play. And what was that, 66? Or, 146, that's right. So let's go back to here. 146. All right, then we go back to the timeline, go to here, and now we need to stop. So go to the action. Notice, well, now it's not letting me because what do I need to do? Well, we need to convert to a keyframe. Now, action. See, 155. This dot stop, open, close, semicolon. Save. Now watch. And we could skip all this, okay? So we're going to go to 5. Now smush together. And there we have it. We have just made a peanut butter sandwich and jelly sandwich. And we could even cut it in this shape, cut it in half, you know, but we're not going to worry about that one. So as you can see, this is an infographic, animated infographic, how to build a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So let's do this again. So we're going to start from the beginning. All right, so step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, peanut butter, jelly, and smush them together. And that bread was supposed to be gone. So let's go back and see what happened to the bread. So the timeline. So the loaf is supposed to be gone. Right there. Cool. So right here, we're going to cut the frame. In fact, we're going to take that out one more. There we go. And notice, there we go. So now we're going to save that. And once again, test it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peanut butter, jelly, smush. Smoosh. And that is an animated infographic. Now, the one thing that we probably want to do here is we want to take, now we're going to go to the timeline and actually probably want to slide this to the middle of the plate. Okay? But, hey, that's one of those things just to make it look a little nicer as you're going. All right, so that is an animated infographic on how to build a peanut butter and jelly sandwich step by step. Now, notice on these buttons, and this is what I wanted to point out tonight. All right, notice if I'm over here, it's not working. If I'm in the between the two, it's not. In the 4, if I go in the center of the 4, it doesn't work. You have to actually be on the line. How do we fix that? All right, so let's go back to fix that. Now we go back to our timeline. All right, and we're going to go back to our buttons. So our buttons, and you know what? I'm just going to call this the buttons since they're all buttons on that layer now. All right, now I'm going into my number 1. All right, to do this, to fix this, all I have to do is copy that, okay? So notice the size, 104, 46.3, all right? 104, 46.3. So I'm going to take, I'm adding a layer, moving it down. All right, so now I'm going to make this 104, 40.63. All right, I'm going to take that. Oh, it's a little off. So to fix that, all I do is this. Pull down my option. Go out. And down. All right, now notice it's a little different colored. All right, so we're going to take this. I don't want that. So we're going to lock this. There we go. Take that, and we're going to grab that brown. Now watch. Okay. So now watch the difference here. All right. So we're going to go save. All right. Now Command Enter. Now watch. That whole thing is now the button. All right. But there's no border. So I can't tell where the button is and is not. So let's go back. This is adding those aesthetics to make things look a little better. All right, so now let's go in. So we click on that one. The border. Now see there's a border. And what I'm going to do is copy. All right, so we go to the timeline. There we go. I copied it. All right. Now I go to here. This layer all the way over to here. We're going to insert. All right. So now on this one, I'm going to Command V. Command V. Really? Command C. And here, Command V. Really? All right. It's not wanting to cooperate with the control buttons. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to copy, go to here, paste frame. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted. So, copy. Let's try this one more time. If this doesn't work, we're going to do it another route. There are other routes. Yeah, it's not letting me paste. So what I need to do is actually convert to keyframe. There we go. And then this one, we're going to make that kind of a yellow. And same thing here. Insert keyframe. And when I click on it, well, now we're going to go to black. Now watch. Mouse over, click. So that's how you do your mouse over buttons. All right. Now we're going to take those out. So remove those frames. And see, we're back to that one. Now I'm going to copy that, Command C. Back to scene one. New layer. Move that one down. Lock, Command V. Put that one right there. Go back. Then we're going to go to 3. Do the same thing. Lock that one. Command V. Just a little. There we go. 4. Same thing. And 5. All right, now we're going to save it and run it again. Now you can see, no matter where I'm at in those buttons, they now work. So 1. And notice when I did that, somehow I messed my buttons up. And smushed together. And there we go. So that's how we make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. All right, so it's now finished. All right, so next, plug in my computer here. All right, so next what I want to do. So that's an infographic on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Piece of cake, right? Well, now we need to add some fun to it because guess what? If we go back to the beginning, I didn't tell you what you're doing, did I? So now we need to add all that. And watch what happens with the buttons once we do this. We're going to go here. All right, and now I'm going to grab that whole thing, move it over 1. All right, this is all blank now. But by doing that, I'm going to put a stop here. So all right, so it stops right there. Nothing goes forward, right? Well, now, whoa, I just closed it. Let's bring it back up. There we go. Fit in the window. All right. Now what I want to do is take this and, well, I need to add a scene to it. So I'm going to take that, drag it over to here. Now watch what happened to all my other things. See how that messed those up? Now if I take this and drag it, okay. So what I need to do is take the whole thing. Okay. Go back to here. Now we're going to take that whole thing and move it to there. So now it stops right there, right? Okay, so this one now moves to there. All right. Now, there's nothing here, but I'm going to take this one out for a minute. All right. So we're going to clear it. This way I get to that one, okay? So let's run it. Watch what happens. That's now going weird, right? It's off because now my stuff's not aligned with the codes. So when you do this, you have to remember you need to go back and change your coding if you add anything, all right? So what we're going to do, now we're going to add the words. We're going to come back to here, all right? So this one, I want an Illustrator. And this one's going to be a layer down here. Okay. And I'm going to call this the intro. Whoa, I don't want it caps. Intro. Let's be consistent here. There we go. So the intro. And the intro is going to end right there. So we're going to convert to blank keyframes from that point forward. In fact, it needs one more. So insert a frame. And then from here to there, I no longer need. So I'm going to, oops, I want to, so we're going to take this and just shoot down there to right there. And we're going to right click and remove frames because I no longer need those. All right, so from here to there. Now, this is probably going to need to go further. All right, so we're going to copy all that. And we're going to give it 1 second. All right, put a 1 second. This, now I'm going to drag to the 1 second mark. Or just go out here and insert frame. There we go. All right, now everything else is locked. So we want here, I need a stop. So we're going to put the stop in. This dot stop, open close, semicolon. Save. All right. So there we have it. Now there's a stop. Whoa, what happened? I thought I put a, oh, that's right. We need to move that to there. There we go. All right, now we have our stop. So to get there, save this. Now we're going to go to Illustrator. And we're going to do a new one, new project. So create new. And we're going to do 8.5 by 11. All right, there we go. All right, now, well, I need something cool to go with peanut butter and jelly, right? So what we're going to do is now I'm going to, let's see, let's go back to Illustrator. There we go. All right, so, all right. And the PB&J, there we go. So the peanut butter, peanut butter. Okay, and I'm going to play with this text. Let's do, I like chalk duster. All right, 45 points. There we go. And the peanut butter letters, right? But I also need an outline. And that is going to be black. All right, so there's my peanut butter. Now I'm going to copy it, paste, jelly. Now that, we're going to go back to here and make it the red. All right, so now we have all this made. Well, that's going to be really small on that screen. So, but what we're going to do is right click, create outlines, copy, come back over here, and paste. And okay. Now, see how small that is and hard to read? So now I'm going to take all those and go into each one. All right, and we're going to change that to a yellow. All right, now we're going to take that and we're going to make it larger. Whoa. All right, now let's go back. Watch what happens if I go back to that black as the outline. That works at that size. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep that. Now the jelly, same thing. All right, and the same thing. Now watch when we say change that. All right, so now we have that. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to have these zoom in, right? So this is going to go off back here, and this will too. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually, yeah, we're going to split these two. So Command C, delete. All right, so now we're going to add one more layer there. So this is intro 1. All right, so now right here, convert to keyframe. We're going to insert a frame. And again, we can just delete this. So we're going to right click and remove. All right, so now what I want to do, click, paste in place. All right, now the peanut butter is going to zoom in. So we're going to click on that, right click, convert to symbol. It's going to be a movie clip, PB1. Okay. So now, motion presets. Fly in left. Apply. All right, now I'm going to take that whole thing and we're going to start to move it in. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the timeline. So right here, we're going to actually remove one. So remove frame. Whoops. Now I can go in once you double click it and remove a frame. See? So right here, now this is going to shoot to right there. And then we're going to do the same here. So all I have to do is right click and copy. Notice it's not even selected. To do this, what you have to do is select the whole thing, right click. Now copy motion. All right, now this one, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to convert to symbol, jelly. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing. Click right here, right click, and notice I can't paste the motion. Well, what we have to do is right click, go to right here, right click, and it's only wanting to create a classic one. So we select that, and now, come on, what's it doing now? Okay, since it's being difficult, we're going to cheat again. Another workaround here, Control, and we're going to duplicate the layer. So this is intro. Okay, and this one, how's the jelly? Where's the jelly? Oh, I put it up there. That's why. Well, we're going to move that one. We're going to delete that layer. We no longer need that layer. All right, so right here. All right, so right here, this one's going to be the jelly. So we're going to right click, and we are going to select it. Come on, there we go. Come down here, edit symbol. Well, I want to swap symbol, not edit. Edit it takes me inside. So I want the jelly one, okay? And now that one's gonna start right there. Let's try that again. Now we're going to, come on. %. I think I deleted it. There we go. So instead of deleting it, really, come on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to delete that layer. There we go. Whoops. No, I need that layer. All right, now add a new layer. Convert to blank keyframe. After, there we go. Highlight that. Right click. Now we're going to copy the motion, come up to here, go to right there. Notice I can't paste it. What I have to do And it's doing one of its weird things again. So what we're going to do is we will take the jelly over to right here. Now we will paste the motion. There we go. Okay, so the jelly is going to come in. So right here. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the beginning. All right, so let's see how this works. There we go. Now the title comes in and we want to click to go on. So now I need to create another button. All right, so now back to the timeline. And now we need another button to come in. Well, that button's going to appear right there. All right. So and this isn't really fancy, as you could see, but you guys can make that as fancy as you want. But now what we do is to make another button. All right. Well, let's do, click here, go to the properties, options. I want a star. And I want this down to 1. Okay. The button right here, unlock it. Okay, so the fill is going to be black. Now we'll fill it. All right, now right click, convert to button, convert to symbol. So this is going to be a button. Start underscore BTN button. There we go. All right. And it's going to be smaller. Okay, I don't know what I did. Oh, I do. I think I forgot to actually, yep, I didn't select everything. So let's go back in now into this star, and we're going to fill it. All right, so there's our button. But I don't want the button to show up till right here. So I'm going to take it and just move it to right there. So everything before that's blank. All right. So save, Command Enter. And where'd the button go? It's not showing up. There we go. Now I can click it and nothing happens. So now what I want to do is click on that button. And this is where we've got to give it the actions. So to do that, I need to be right here, again, in this actions layer, right? So the button, code snippets, click, go to frame and play. Okay. Now that's at frame 23. Well, I want to go to 24 and play. So let's go back here to the actions to 23. And it's 24. There we go. So now, here's what we have. Boom. Click. Notice it's not going anywhere yet. So let's go to the code, to the actions. Let's go to 25. See, and this is an error in their programming. For some reason, this 25, the one frame off, isn't working consistently. Okay, and click. And why did it stop? Why isn't it working? Oh, I know. I put that into, well, that's in 23. Take a look at our actions. Four. There we go. Oh, it went one too many. So we need it to go to 24. And that should be a stop. There should be a stop at 24. Yes, there's a stop. It should stop there. All right, let's put 25. Like I said, seems that this is working partially and not consistently. So we're going to say 25. Shouldn't do that till I hit this one. Oh, that's right. I got to go back and work on all the code. All right, so we're done with this. Don't save. Clear clip card. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this. Put that right there so it comes in, sits for a short while. Okay. And we're going to clear that frame. All right. There we go. All right, now let's go back and clear it. And the reason is, remember what happened when I did this the other night. As we look down, I did the play. I didn't go to and play where I did with this, all the other buttons, okay? So now what we're going to do here is, let's take a look. Well, it's going to click number 1. We'll go to here. So it stops right there. Number 1's going to go to frame 25. All right, so the first button now goes to 25. All right, go to and play. Well, that's where this one should be. So what we're going to do is this command to go to and play 25 is going to be right here. All right. Now the second one is 32. Third one is 43. Fourth one peanut butter, plate, jelly, is 43. Next one's 53. Next one. Okay, so 53. Right there. Next one is 63. Okay, so that saves that one. Okay, so let's run it at this point. This is what we have. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it goes weird. Okay, so now we need to go back to the timeline. And I broke that right there. Because before that, so right there. So starting at 72. So that's going to be 73. 73 will be the one at 72. So let's go to the actions. So the first one, 73. Peanut butter's 82. Let's see. Yeah. So there. Now the jelly. Okay, so the next one will be 98. And then the last one, So we're going to remove that frame right there. Now we're going to take it to right, no, right there. All right, so let's see, where did I put the jelly to? That's where the peanut butter starts that. So this should actually go above the bread, top bread. So we're going to copy this one. So duplicate layer. Now we're going to put this one right there. And everything from here back. To here. And we're going to clear those frames. There we go. Now we go to here. Perfect. And I need to actually do that. So let's remove one. Perfect. Now right there, that's gone. Somehow, oh, I know why there's a second one, because I never took it out down here. So we're going to remove it there. Remove those frames. There we go. There we go. We're going to remove all those because we don't need those. Somehow we went out an extra frame. So remove those. All right. And so that will start at frame 168. So 168. Save, and here we go. All right, so again, let's try this again. I missed it. Zoom. There we go. All right, now 1, 2. Oh, let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peanut butter, jelly, and smush together. And that's how you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We now have our buttons working, and you do the same up here with these buttons so that the background work the same way. All right, well, that being said, now let's go in, and because I have those actions, I'm going to create my own, okay? So what I'm going to do is take this, all right? They now work. So what I'm going to do is go to Motion Presets, Custom, and now I'm going to save it. All right. So New, Save an animation as a custom motion preset. First, you need to select a tween object on stage. All right. So we are going to select this. Well, it's all locked. So let's unlock. Let's go to the very end, to here. We're going to actually take this tween. Okay? And what we're going to do, since we've got it selected, now we're going to come over to code snippets or motion presets, new, call it jelly. Okay? So now there's not a preview available, but if I ever want to apply it, I just come over and click apply. That's how you make your own motion presets and the code snippets. So we close code snippets, file, create a new code snippet, title, jelly. Okay. Okay, so we're going to autofill, but what I need to do is go back to here, copy this, and C. All right, now if I right click, it doesn't give me the option. Now, add using wizard. Add actions using easy to use wizard instead of writing code. Well, that's the code snippets, or we use the wizard here, your code au pair. So I go to Command V. All right, well, notice that's the action for 167, so it's not going to give me a next. But this dot stop, open, close, semicolon. Right? So there's step one. Boom. And I can write more too, all right? So we're going to cancel that. So what we need now is, for example, I'm going to take this, all right? And, well, I pin the script. That way, the script, watch, now that it's pinned, we come to here, and I want to motion preset, code snippet. Now I want to create new code, title, stop. Okay, description, stops. Code. Or this one's go to and play. And you'll want to do it just like this, like the code itself, okay? So we'll put it right there. Go to frame and play. Okay, now notice I now have my own custom one. So if I wanted, now I could come to here. See, that's in here. So we're going to delete it out, just like that. And I don't need that. Now I just go to code snippets, go to and play. And it just added it in for me. All right, so that's how you use the snippets. It's not quite working right, but we found the workaround as well. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and end class for tonight. And this will talk about how to add your own code snippets. Tomorrow night, we'll get into what I expect for the final assignment, for the assignment for this week. All right, that being said, thank you guys for coming to class, watching the recording. Have a nice evening, and I will see you Wednesday, I hope.